I genuinely have absolutely no one that I can call right now and just talk about my feelings with.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the one for you. So guys, these modern women are absolutely cooked, man. Cooked. And guys, there's this feminist theory that they think that men and women are interchangeable widgets, right? And that we can all act the same, walk the same, and talk the same. But guys, it's not true, right? Women are the more social of the genders, as men have always been alone, right? Alone at sea, alone out in the middle of no man's land, you know what I'm saying? Out in the woods, living under bridges, right? So this whole loneliness thing is not new for us. But now with all these strong and independent chicks out here,
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
they're just as lonely as us men are. And guys, they're not supposed to be alone. They're not. Even in primitive cultures, you always see the women are in communal groups, right? You know, picking berries and, you know, all that other stuff. Raising children, blah, 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 blah. Men are supposed to be, you know, solitary hunters or in groups of like 2 or 3. Guys, we have these Gen Z millennial chicks that have no friends, no social group, no nothing. They just go to their stupid job and come home and cry as they drink their boxed wine.
No, nothing. I'm just emotional. Why don't you understand that?
Clown world. And guys, here we have this chick right here. And guys, she's an attractive chick, you know? I think she's in her 20s. And she is lonely AF. She has no friends. She has no social life. Absolutely insane. So guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. That's linked in the description. Please go and check that out. And check out my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. And guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit that join button, because memberships really help the channel out, guys. You get access to all types of perks, including my daytime lives and my members only content. Thanks to all you guys that are already members, and let's get into this.
I always told myself I would never make a video crying on the internet. I always thought that shit was corny, but I really need someone to talk to right now, and I genuinely have absolutely no one that I can call right now and just talk about my feelings with and rant and get shit off my chest. And I'm not making this video for anyone's pity. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Like, I'm gonna be okay. My birthday is in a week. I'm about to be 23, and I don't know who I'm gonna celebrate it with. I moved across the country 6 months ago, knowing nobody here. It was just a hope and a dream. I had a bad college experience, and I just needed to get out of my home state. Like, there was no way I could have stayed there any second longer, and I have no regrets doing that. And I never really found my people in college. I never had a consistent friend group or really many people that I could rely on. When I moved here, I really had nothing to lose, right? And I just thought it could only get better. And in a lot of ways, it is better. I feel very blessed and privileged to be able to say I'm able to fully support myself with no issue. I have a roof over my head. After I get off work every day, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about anyone else. I can live my life exactly how I want to. And that is a great feeling, and I will never take that for granted. I've always been an independent person. Even in the times of my life where I did have a lot of people around, I still liked to do things on my own. You know, I like going to the gym on my own. I like shopping alone, running errands alone. Like, there's a lot of things I like to do alone. But it gets to a point when you're alone for so long where it just starts to eat you up inside. And I consider myself a very strong person. I've been through a lot of hard shit in my life, and sometimes being alone is peaceful to me, and I do find peace in it. But at the same time, it just gets to a point where it's like I literally have nobody. And I've tried to meet people here. I've put myself in a lot of uncomfortable situations for the sake of meeting people, and the girls that I've met so far here have pretty much just cut me out of their life. with like no explanation. And that's been like a repeated thing that's happened throughout my life. Like people just cutting me off and not really saying why, and it's just, I just don't understand. I would consider...
Because it sounds like you're the problem, right, guys? Guys, she's the only common denominator with all these people she's meeting, right? If she's meeting all these people and they're all just ghosting her, right? If every single person that she talks to does the... Maybe she needs like a soft skill class. Maybe she's too needy. Maybe she's annoying. Maybe she's one of those chicks where she never pays. She always forgets her wallet, so her friends gotta pay, you know? Come on, man. This chick is cooked.
Myself a very self-aware person.
Please.
I'm very empathetic. Like I can feel what people are feeling. I can tell if people don't like me. Like I can pick up on vibes like very easily. And it's just like every single time it's just like I'm like blindsided. Like I've met people down here in the past 6 months that I thought were my friends, and I got along with them and thought we were getting closer, and then all of a sudden it's just like ghost town, like leaving me on red, no replies, like, and I'm not gonna be one to beg for your attention, you know. If you don't want to hang out with me, like, all for the respect of myself, all I can really say is like whatever. Like I have enough respect for myself to not degrade myself to the point of like begging someone to hang out with me that obviously doesn't want to. Fully understand I'm not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, you know, like not everyone's gonna like me, and that's totally fine, but it's just comes to a point where it's just like the people that I meet throughout my life, I just constantly feel like disrespected by. Like even in college, you know, I thought I had people that I could count on, and I had a few girls that I liked to hang out with, but then we'd like have plans to go out and I would text them. I'd be like, all right, let me know like when I should come over, and then it's just like ghost town and, you know, no response. I would never do that to somebody, you know what I mean? Like I will always consider someone's feelings, and if I...
There's a little hand clap thing with these chicks too. And guys, I know. You guys' arms are sore from playing the violin, right guys?
Really like was in that situation where I like didn't want to hang out with someone anymore. Like, you know, I would just say like, oh, you know, we're not going out anymore, or just like say something, you know what I mean? I just don't get it. And I just feel like I'm so empathetic and I always care about people's feelings. And when I do fuck up in my life, which I have before, it's like I own up to it. I make amends. I make sure to make it right. Because like I can't sleep at night knowing that someone's upset from me. You know what I mean? That I made someone upset. I never get that respect in return. Like I feel just constantly pushed to the side by people. And it's happened throughout my life, and I'm pretty used to it by now, but it really just, it gets to a point where it just fucking sucks. Like it really just fucking sucks. I like going out. I like having fun. Like I like good vibes. I'm pretty much down for everything. I'm such an easygoing person, and I just don't know how I could be any better to anyone, you know? Like I feel like I give everyone my all, especially since moving down here. When I meet someone like that I think that we could be friends, like I put in effort, you know, and it's just like it never reciprocates. And I know that I'm not alone in this, and I know there's a lot of people my age in their 20s that feel the same way. It's very difficult to make friends in real life, and as you get older, I just feel like it gets harder. And unfortunately, the people that I see around me a lot, like at work or just, you know, in my day-to-day life, it just seems like everyone has it figured out, and they have people, their ride or dies, you know, people my age are going to weddings, they're seeing their friends get married.
There you go.
I've never even been to a wedding. Who's gonna be at my wedding? If I ever fucking get married, I don't know who will be my bridesmaids. Like I don't even know if I want a wedding for that reason, because it's like, what's the point in like having a celebration if there's no one there to celebrate it with you, you know? I know that I still am young and I have my whole life to live, but it's just like when am I ever gonna find my people? Like, I like, is it really, are there really not that many people out there, like, similar to me that have similar interests that would vibe with me? Like,
I can't, guys. Guys, she goes on for like another minute, you know? Guys, this broad is cooked. Guys, think about what we were doing when we were 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Guys, man, I was in college, partying it up, having fun with friends, having LAN parties with my Xbox, with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Drinking beer, playing darts, you know, having fun, man. You know? Guys, these chicks are cooked. How do you not have any friends and you're in your early 20s? What a joke. And look at all these idiots in her comments. I celebrate my birthdays alone. It's easier realizing that no one will be there for you as you age. At least for me, no one will care. Look at that. I feel like there's a social epidemic of loneliness in our generation because people are just so quick to move on. Look at that. 22 to 23 were some of the loneliest years of my life. I was isolated, felt self-pity, and accepted that was my life. It was okay with that being my truth. Please. I just cried about this the other day. Come on. I'm going through the same thing. I relate to you and your situation so much. Guys, they talk about the male loneliness epidemic. Guys, these chicks are cooked. They're cooked. This chick's pretty cute. If she's this lonely, imagine how the Uggos and the Biggins are. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely cooked. Guys, this is the future for modern women. This is the quintessential modern woman right here. You know, and guys, I don't feel bad for them, right? Don't feel bad, guys. Make sure to point and laugh. All right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.